We'll go on. Let's go for it.
Baby, I'm ready to go.
Welcome along to. I mean, how else do you want to start it? Welcome along. This is the Mackem Football Show. It's the one just after the transfer window's shut. We have
Slammed closed.
Yes, and we have
exhilarating.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
You could tell. I don't know what anyone watched Sky Sports used yesterday, but they were fucking padding big time. They're like, shit, nothing's happening. Like,
I was desperate for the man with the fucking purple dildo to make an appearance.
We want our
that guy.
No.
It's the worst transfer window I think I've witnessed in my entire existence. Across the board. I was going to say across the board because the highest value player in the English system I think was 25 million, which is not.
He's from Blackburn, right?
Yeah. Yes, it is. Which is obviously nowhere near what we're used to over the last, say, 20 years. The numbers have been rising and rising.
That's like the lowest spending January transfer window for like 7 or 8 years. Like less than 100 million.
Everyone's looking around the
like,
corner.
oh, fuck, I don't want to be Everton.
FFP's looking around the corner going, nope.
There is a longer, bigger question around FFP though. Around that, obviously, I think it is starting to show its impact on this lovely sport. Some bigger teams just looking to have the entire squad for the entire year now. I think Arsenal could have benefited from the most with more signings just to bolster their potential push for the title, but they wasted it all and they whiffed it all on Declan Rice. So it's kind of
right. Declan Rice. I've got a controversial opinion on Declan Rice.
Okay,
the guy is a fucking fraud. Like I'm telling you,
that's a bold statement.
He's a swindler.
Like, I'm not having it. Do you remember when people used to shit on Henderson because like he never used to do anything? Right, Declan Rice is the new Henderson. He does nothing.
Is he a bit like
somehow commands 100 million quid? Like,
is he a bit like when I used to slag off Seb Larson for doing absolutely nothing?
Yeah, well,
but he had one good season, and everyone was like, "Oh no, he's really good." And then you actually watched him, and he did zero.
Did nothing. Well, mate, a lot of people like him, and like West Ham fans obviously love him. Like, there's a geezer at work. Like, he's an Arsenal fan, he loves him. But every time I watch him, I think he's fucking a fraud. I don't know how he's making the money that he's making. Especially for England, man. If you watch England, I think, what the fuck? What is Declan Rice doing? You either don't see him or he's giving the ball away.
I'm loving.
Just say something about Seb Larson quickly.
Go on.
I used to go mad about him, like, you know, throughout the season. Andrew and Dave were like, no, watch him. He's good. And I remember one game, right? He got a yellow card, and this bloke, a couple of rows behind, went, send him off. That's when I knew I was justified in my thought process.
I like that mini tangent as well, though. We're mainly here to talk about Sunderland, not Declan Rice and Arsenal.
Declan Rice is.
So we'll talk about Sunderland's transfers, and then we'll go over the Stoke game once again, just very, very quickly, and then look at the Borough game this weekend as well. So that's the plan of action. That's the plan of attack. First and foremost, 3 signings in for Sunderland. I can't remember how to say the Danish man's name. Hodo.
Yeah. Hjelde, right?
Yeah.
There was an announcement video where he like said his name, and I had to watch it like 5 times because I was like, "What the fuck?" I still don't get it.
I'm just going to call him Hodo from the Game of Thrones. It's
hold it all.
Hold it all. You got Styles and Mundle as well. Harry, is it? No, it's not Harry. It's Callum.
It's Harry.
As it was, mate. As it was.
Got the same haircut as
we have we've got a lovely plethora of people here to talk about it. So I forgot to do the intros. I'm all over the place today. We've got Andrew, myself, Paul Wilson.
Aye.
Alan Westra.
Hello.
And Jacob, aka Yorkshire Mackem.
No cabbie today, mate. Where's the cabster?
He's probably eaten one of his horrible,
Having his pizza, mate.
having some gruel.
Liver and onion pizza.
He's chucking into it.
He'll pop into the chat later on. Evening, fellas. Yeah, but is there any of those three lads that have come into the club that you are thinking he's going to kick in straight away and absolutely dominate that position?
No, is my honest opinion. I don't think so. Like, I think with I'll go through them maybe one by one. Like that Hjelde guy. I think we'll see him starting in a couple of games time. Well, maybe a few games down the line, he'll be bedded in a little bit. Then I think he'll start. Like, he's obviously a left-sided player. He can play left back or centre half, can't he? So I don't know. Maybe he's going to make the left back position his own, and then release Hume to go back on the right. I don't know. Like, it feels like that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to balance it out again, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. I think he's probably the one that we're going to see the most in the short term. The others maybe floating in and out.
Okay. So on that, I don't really understand why we're getting Styles in for 17 games if we're not going to play him. That for me is a bit weird.
It's loan with an option of a permanent, but I mean, I don't know whether.
I think the key to that signing is he's utility.
Yeah,
that's it all, mate. Yeah. I think what they're looking at is the current number of positions if there's any injuries. Obviously, because we've let Triana go out and on the centre half away. Who else is gone? I can't remember who else is gone. Obviously Pritch, yeah.
So Pritchard's the only player who's gone out permanent. Yeah, Jewison Bennett, Meander. Who else is there?
Meander and Triana both went to Hibs together.
Yeah, there's one more. Who we're missing out? We're missing out one more.
Matete went to Oxford.
Yeah, on Jay Matete, that's his second loan spell out to two different League One teams who were on the push for promotion. Plymouth last time, Oxford this time. He's a League One player. I think I'm just going to outright say it. He's a League One player. He needs to be sold to a League One team at the end of the window. I'd love him to be a permanent fixture for us, but he's clearly not at the level that we want.
Just thought about Diamond, sorry.
Oh, yeah, but that was all because of his criminal case, wasn't it?
Because of the old rule.
Yeah.
He's proven not guilty, wasn't he? So.
Yeah, but this club doesn't want to be tarnished for that reputation again, does it? I think that's where that stems from. We're guilty or not, it's just another sex scandal thing, and it's just bad for PR.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, this club not too good at PR at the minute, anyway, is it? So
the easiest one they can avoid is that one. So I understand it.
Mate, I think you're right. You know, like I think he did all right for us when we were in League One. He did okay. But I just don't think he's made the step up to the Championship. You know, we've been here for a year and a bit now, and I just just can't see him taking anyone's position. He's not going to get in ahead of Neil or Aikwa, is he?
No.
What's his age?
Are you talking about Jim Matete?
I don't know. I think he's in his 20s.
I thought he was 23. Born 2001. Yeah, he's 23 this year.
Yeah.
He's 23 next week.
Next week. Happy birthday, Jim Matete.
Happy birthday. What's your thoughts, Paul, mate?
I'm actually surprised. We've actually let Meander go. Because, the way Speakman was saying it, if we let a striker go, we bring one in. Did one arrive? No.
No, one did not arrive.
And with the comment he came out with today, he was looking at 4 strikers on deadline day.
Didn't get any of them, clearly.
No.
Well, I mean, we definitely didn't get one geezer who went Ipswich instead. I know Alan's been going on for a couple of weeks about getting him in. It obviously hasn't happened.
I'm all right with not getting him, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Not getting who?
Kiefer Moore. He's went to Ipswich Town instead. There's a player I want to bring up for you, Jacob, in a bit, who didn't sign for us, and I know you brought him up a couple of times in the summer window. But
yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
Norwich,
yeah, that's the one. He looks like he will be a threat.
What the fuck is so attractive about Norwich City?
Should we ask Danny Bath?
Maybe he really fucking likes canaries.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, Don't get me wrong, it's a decent city, is Norwich, but they don't really do much, do they? They're a yo-yo club.
I mean, they've had a better recent history than us, though, so I get it.
Say, if you look at over the past 5-6 years, you'd probably think Norwich were a more attractive option than Sunderland.
Yeah, we were a yo-yo without a fucking string, so you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with Norwich. They're a decent club, but like goes from Bologna to bloody Norwich. That's a bit. You know.
I mean,
Who's
Bologna's.
the gaffer at Norwich? I don't even know who's there. Some foreign geezer, right? Like
He's from Netherlands.
yeah, something like that,
He's Dutch.
Yeah, I'm just going to manager David Wagner.
David Wagner.
Wagner from X Factor.
That's the one.
That guy, man. I wonder what he's doing, Wagner, right now.
He's managing Norwich.
We can do a new joke now, Anf. We've got a new joke. You know how we used to say the Preston manager? Well, now we can go, who's the Norwich manager?
We'll just start singing their Wagner songs.
Yeah.
Are we?
Right, Wagner's got an OnlyFans, lads. I've just googled it right here.
Why? Why would you bring that up?
I'm just telling you what. Number one hit on Google is right. The X Factor star Wagner deletes OnlyFans account after just 4 days.
Oh, he's finished his gruel. He's here.
He's finished.
Cabby, hello.
It was £8 a month.
Oh God, not
Can't
that.
do it anymore. There he is.
Cabby.
Have you got an OnlyFans, Cabby?
That's a yes.
Doesn't want to answer. Can you hear us, Cabby? Are you there?
He can. He's just pretending to play. You can see it. Anyways, what is the biggest surprise? Hello.
Here he is. Yeah. How you doing, mate? You good?
Oh.
I'm dandy.
How's the cat?
It's fine.
Great.
Oh, love to hear it. All right, I was just about to ask a question. Who's the biggest surprise in terms of transfers from Sunderland for you? We'll go across the way. So, Andy, do you want to go first? Who's the biggest surprise, in or out? In or out?
I mean, I was obviously a bit of. I don't know whether it was a surprise because it was done quite publicly, wasn't it? But I was obviously a bit upset about Pritchard going. I think he's been one of our better players this season. But I mean, like I say, it's all been very public. He came out and said, "Look, he's got 2 offers from 2 different clubs who are going to pay him more on a longer term deal than what we offered." He obviously didn't like Bale, fell out with him pretty much immediately.
Yeah.
So he's gone and he's joined back up with Tony Mowbray down at Birmingham, and fair play to him. Like, you know, I think he'll do well there.
I don't think it's all what it seems. That all falling out with Bale, that's just a sign with the fans to make it more palatable when he leaves. I don't believe that for 1 second. Yeah, I don't believe that for 1 second there. He was told he could. He was offered a deal when he in the summer, or they were going to look at his contract this summer. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah.
But he wants more money. We're not prepared to give him it. And I've got to be honest with you, I tend to agree with the club in that respect. Like, I think, yeah, he was a good player. He was great to watch, very creative. But if the club's got a model, and I hate saying that word because I see it every fucking week, the club's got a model, and we have to stick to that. And financially, if that's the way we're going to go, then, you know, that's the way we're going to go. But I don't agree with him spitting his dummy out, gobbing off to the manager. Do you know what I mean? And I think that whole gobbing off a Bale thing was just to appease the fans, so it was a bit easier for him to leave, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Refusing to play football. Look, he's been a good servant. He's been a great servant, scored some good goals, great assists. Love watching him play, but I'm not having someone hold the club to ransom.
Again.
No player's bigger than the club.
Well, yeah, I would agree with a lot of what you said there. I just think I'm a bit disappointed to see him go.
Oh yeah, I am. But you've got to move on.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like we've brought someone in, or someone to try and replace him anyway.
And I think that's the ultimate one, isn't it? I think with with Pritchard himself, though, he had form for doing that. He did it with Huddersfield. I think the way he did it with us in the crisis that we had at that time, with just lack of trust of the directors, I think he has kept a little bit of his reputation okay and intact with our fan base in the long term.
I agree.
Yeah,
I don't think like the fans are. I don't think you get booed or when we play Birmingham in a
Nah,
couple of weeks. I don't think the fans will be kicking off about it.
Mm.
What I will say is I think this is probably a win for Beale, isn't it? So Beale will be able to spin this in a way. He'll be like, I came down hard on the dissenters in this club, and now it's my way or the highway. I'll kick Pritchard out for fucking pennies. And it could be any one of years if you don't fucking toe the line. Do you know what I mean?
I think there's an element of that to it, but it was at the end of the day, it was all about contract money for Pritchard. Because if he was happy, if he was happy at the club, you know what I mean, he would have stayed.
Under Mowbray, wasn't he?
Yeah, but money talks, you know what I mean, and it is the age he's got to look at his future. So I get why he wanted to go. I just didn't like the man and the way he went. Do you know what I mean? Like refusing to play football or turning up. I mean, he would have still went anyway. So I don't see what the fucking drama was.
I mean, it's one game as well. Like that one game ultimately on paper did not matter for him playing in it. We won the game. If we lost it, we would have been like Pritchard.
Probably better than we'd looked in weeks and weeks and weeks with Pritchard.
Yeah, but hey, which game are you about?
The Stoke game. So the game he said he's not playing. The game he said he's not playing.
Right. I get the Stoke game and we won 3-1, but let's be fair, Stoke was shite.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
They were shite. So that victory, I'm not saying it's a false victory, but it papered over cracks a little bit. I know a few people have said that, and it's given Beale a little bit of time, a bit of leeway. I still think the fans, are not having them at the minute, but
Mm-hmm.
You can only play what you watch in front of you, and we won. So
I think I agree. Like.
There's bigger tests.
Give him a bit of breathing space, and there was proper like this time last week. There was hell on about Bill, wasn't there? But he's won, and he's won reasonably comfortably. So now the pressure's off a little bit.
And if you look at the game, right, I was watching it. Stoke could have scored within the first 20 minutes, mate. There was one off the line for 0-9. I think Pat O made a save. So it was nip and tuck up until. We settled a little bit in the second half. We dominated, but it could have gone either way. You know what I mean? So thankfully for Bale,
where the first goal is really important, isn't it? Like if they got the first goal, it might have been a different story. But
they couldn't finish.
Scored at a good time as well. So
yeah.
ahead a bit.
No. Yeah, no, it's all right. That's the way football talk works, isn't it? It's just. With Pritchard leaving,
we're talking about Pritchard.
Yeah, with Pritchard leaving the club the way he did, and in that game, it ultimately didn't mean anything. I get where you come from. You shouldn't refuse to perform for your employer. The easiest option for the employer, Sunderland here, would be just to outright sack him. But we've earned a little bit of cash when we know he's out the door.
Because he could bring all sorts of legal dramas,
and vice versa. It's if he's refusing to play.
No one's to be dragged into that sort of nonsense. So it's significantly easier for the club to just be like, all right, off you go.
Well, we just get him off the wage. We'll get him gone.
The emphasis, or the most important word there is easier. It doesn't mean it's the right thing to do, because if that sets a precedent for our other players who are just like, I don't want to play anymore, we have to go through that same shit every single time. We could have somebody like Ross Stewart who just doesn't want to play. We spend 10 million on him. Fucking Will Grigg, whatever. Any of our past flops could just go, I don't want to play.
There was a lot of copium on Twitter about Kiefer Moore being the new Will Grigg. Like,
you know what? Though, like, I'm sort of like, I'm not saying Speakman signing, a shit, but like, that's the way we're going to go. You know what I mean? He's not going to change his mind. The club are going to go in that direction. All we can do now is go, right, okay. There's no point in fucking moaning about it, because they're going to stick to the model, and these three signings suggest that. So,
I mean, I like the sound of the Hjelde the best, to be honest. Like, he's got a bit of experience. He's played in the Premier League. He played for Leeds in the Premier League. Like, he can play in a couple of positions.
Well,
I know Leeds got relegated, but
I've heard a couple of reviews, and they weren't great. Like, to be honest about him, said he's already going forward and he's a good passer of the ball. but he's a bit shaky on the back foot when he's defending.
And to be fair, mate, that's why we have our biggest gaps though now, isn't it? So going forward, giving the ball to the striker is exactly what we've been crying out for. So maybe it is just replacing Roberts while he's injured down the right hand wing to actually deliver the ball into the box to the three strikers that remain at the club. So maybe it's a better thing defensively. I think we're okay with how we're currently set up, and I think so, yeah.
Sealed, where he is.
I really rate Sealed. I think Sealed and 09 should swap around, though. I think 09 should go to right back and Sealed in the middle, just for height, just pure physicality.
I feel like 09's done so well at centre half. I said this before, that he'll never get dropped from centre half. Like, he's just.
If we go to back three and they just rotate around,
this is what I was thinking, because there's a couple of guys we've got in who can play the wing back role, can't they? Although they were a wing back in quotes, winger. So maybe that is where we're trying to, or maybe that's the plan B. The plan B is we can go for a three at the back.
But Bale doesn't play it. Bale's not a fucking push forward counter attack. He's a possession based bloke. Do you know what I mean? So I still think we're going with a 4-3-3, whatever it is at the minute.
Yeah.
I don't think wing backs. Like, I think it's opposite. I don't think he wants him to do it all the time. Whereas Mowbray was like, fucking get around him and keep going. Whereas Bale's very conservative. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's the Premier League history, but I think that's more the Gerrard style being instilled into Bale and his football, rather than Bale having a style. I think he knows how Gerrard worked and how that worked when he was at Villa. It's kind of just been, well, that's successful, let's just replicate it, rather than him having a specific style.
Because
no,
fucking been CVG and now they're fucking flying.
Yeah, but when they were winning games and they were winning them ugly, they were winning them with that patience and slow build up. So I understand where that comes from.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah,
it's just not pretty football, is it? Hello, Davey. Welcome in.
Sorry, babies. You want to catch me up? What have I missed?
We're talking about the transfers, a little bit of the Stoke game, and the impact of some people coming in and going. I'm going through the left to right, so it's Cabby's turn next to answer the biggest surprise in this transfer window. And then now that you've joined and you're bang in the middle of the of my UI, you can go after Cabby. Biggest surprise of the window, Cabby, mate.
Is this the going out or just coming in?
Either way, biggest surprise.
Either one, mate, either one.
To me, it has to be Pritchard. Just because it was just totally out of the blue. There wasn't anything leading up to it. I wrote like that.
I don't know, man. Yes. There was a bit.
There was a bit leading up to it. Like,
I saw. I mean, you saw it. As I said earlier on, like, there was a bit of
and stuff. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
quite public the way it's happened.
It's just it surprised me. It surprised me. Basically, I mean, you're asking us like if there's anything that surprises the whole transfer window, and it's that one.
Mm-hmm.
It's just.
I hear what you're saying. Maybe a month ago you'd be like, nah, and isn't he where Pritchard's going? But since then,
I think
things have changed, haven't it?
I was that busy at work and this and the other. I was just lagging behind the headlines and probably missed what's.
Mate, you didn't miss much.
And somebody messages along the lines like, "Oh my, have you seen what's happened to Pritchard?" And that's when I started to like have a look what was going on. And that surprised me out of the lot. That one really, because with the players coming in, I'm not really surprised. Who were brought in.
The players come in. I think, like we said last week, the players that have come in, it's like they're ticking all the boxes, they're ticking all the model boxes, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly the sort of players. There's no surprises there. Young, resell value down the line. I mean,
can I say something as well, though?
That we put our left back rather than a CDM or a striker. That would be a surprise, wouldn't it?
Every one of those signings for me though was, who are they? And it's that phrase, like, I've never heard of. I'm more than happy to like find out who they are, but like they weren't named. Like Kiefer Moore, I knew about going into it. Hoydunk, that Jacob brings up, I knew about him, but it's like these three lads do tick all those boxes. They do everything, but they're not like the number one targets, which is exactly what, like Alan said, it's our model right now. It's buy young, develop them, and then look if we can resell them on. Which is why I think we've done okay. We've in theory we've only sold one player, bought 2 players, and everybody else has loan moves around the leagues. So it's only really 2 movements.
Yeah.
I did a poll on my channel, right?
Yep.
I think it's about 200 and odd. And I basically asked the same. Are you happy with the transfer window? Out of 100, how many percentage would you say said no?
Like 60.
I got 50-50.
I'm gonna go higher than that. Aaron 85 says no, it's been crap.
It's 86 and a half.
Close.
I don't think it was that bad.
But what are the fans expected? You know what I mean? Like, what do they want?
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean?
That's a good point. What are they expecting? You know.
We can
They're
be
expecting us to push for Premier League, aren't they? That's what they're doing.
that is not what's going to happen. You know, we're not going to.
We're ready for that, like, are we?
No, and that's the thing. There's no key big name signings going to come into this club, not yet, mate. He's going that way, and that's it. There'll be no changing. I don't know how long for. I mean, let's see in the summer, but I still think another season of this as well. Got to be honest with you.
Okay.
I think the way things are going, another season in this division's needed. Like, but can you imagine the backlash if we don't even make the playoffs? Though, can you imagine some of the fans will be saying like, "Oh, this is it."
Some of the fans, man, everyone's got morons like, but I don't like. I think we overachieved a little bit last year.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Like,
No, a little bit. It was we very much overachieved in the same way the Mags did.
well, there you go. So, like, you know, we overachieved last year. We got to the playoffs. Now, if we make the playoffs again this year, that to me that's a success because, like I say, we overachieved last year. We got a poorer squad this year than we had last year. So we make the top 6 again. Fucking hell, it's a fucking miracle. Do you know what I mean?
But then we're also sending though.
I think the majority of the fans got like, you know, these dissenters and that they need to kind of understand that we're just not ready to be promoted.
We're not near ready to get promoted. If we got promoted, mate, it'd be a fucking disaster.
Yeah, but then we're systemically setting a standard that we expect.
Oh, it'd be a disaster.
Worse than Sheffield United, we'd absolutely get pulverised. Really would.
Yeah, but then people were saying that about Luton. They're not like thriving in the Premier League, but they're doing all right.
Yeah, but
Beat Brighton 4-0.
Yeah, mate, we're still miles off Luton, mate. We're miles off Luton.
Luton would turn us out if they played us. I think they were better than us on the championship.
They did, yeah.
I thought they well deserved their second leg. Kenilworth Road, I think they destroyed us. At Kenilworth Road,
bullied us, mate. Bullied us.
We didn't handle it out. No. Couldn't handle it.
Did not have
Well, that's what you get when you're playing. What you've got, like the youngest team in the league or whatever, youngest average age in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that's going to happen. They've got like series pros that are going to smash you left, right, and centre.
Do you know the last team that did this like youth modelling was successful with it?
Brighton.
No. There's a team before that. Oh, no, Southampton with, and it was like the Van Dijk era. Like it's proven 4 or 5 times to work to get out of the Championship. So
Gareth Bale.
It's
Ward-Prowse.
Mm.
Van Dijk.
Yeah, but
how many seasons would you be happy being in the Championship? Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, you saying like, well, we need another season. Like, maybe do we need another season after that and another season after that? It's no point in the line and say, hold.
How long were we in League One? That amount.
4 years.
Okay, that amount of time.
Yeah, so I'd say 3 or 4 years. You know what I mean? Like, look, I get people are eager to get up, but you know, if we're not going to sign players that look like they're going to take us up, and we're signing model, signings, it's not going to happen. We might get in the playoffs. You know what I mean? We might do well, but we're not ready for the Premier League. You know what I mean? And no point in shouting about it and moaning about it because Speakman and Kildee are not going to change their mind on who they're going to buy. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. We're just going to have to. Hopefully, there'll be some good results and good football along the way, and then it'll get to the point where it'll be like 4 or 5 years. Like you've had your 4 or 5 years of this plan that you don't tell us about. What's your next move? So right, and in 2 years' time, fans will start getting angry. You know what I mean? Because we want to push on.
Well, maybe the plan's to wait for these players to Egwars, Dan Neils, whoever we're going to have up front. Maybe the plan is to wait a couple of years till they're a little bit more mature and then push. Maybe that's the plan.
We don't know, do we? 'Cause it's
We
fucking
don't know
secret.
because there's no communication.
Well, on the communication, there is another meeting in a few days' time after the Borough game, so that'll be interesting, depending on how the Borough result goes. Because you got that closed door meeting with Red and White Army, the BLC, and some senior supporters again. But communication with this club
BLT?
Sorry? No, BLC.
BLT.
Fair enough. All right, I'll ask the question to yourself now, Davey. What is the biggest surprise in the transfer window for you?
The biggest surprise in the transfer window for Sunderland is that we got rid of more than what we brought in. For me,
Okay.
more went out than came in. I honestly thought that looking at the last couple of months, to think, shit, we're going to need to bring in 4 or 5, not bring in 3 and get rid of 6. Or maybe they'll listen to this podcast and heard me going about how we need to go in the loan market. A couple of weeks ago.
I mean,
I thought, oh yeah, he's onto something. After this, I'm gonna look at his picture and see what we should do next. Oh, there's a big cross through him. Yeah, we'll get rid of him.
Oh God, Davey. Right. He had a good game
Come on,
against
Ekwa had a fucking good game.
Yeah, I know. And he fucking scored.
I'm just putting the bait out. Listen, Ekwa had a very good game, but I tell you who also had a good game, and we might have covered this all before. Bar was incredible. Both of those people, both of those footballers, 2 weeks ago after the Mags game, we fucking slated them.
Yeah,
We said they were worse than shite. And Davey, you're only good as your last game, mate. You know what I mean? No, you're only as good as your last game, and that's all the fans remember. And the unsung hero I think, of the season, and he's probably going to go on a summer, and I don't want him to go, is Ballard. Ballard is a fucking absolute rock. I'm telling you, he's a great player. He's talking about Barnett, you know what I mean? But that lad, right, he could play in the Premier League. No doubt about it. He is so good. I think he'll go in the summer, and I'll be good to see him go, but he doesn't get mentioned enough, in my opinion.
I really rate him as well, mate.
He was unbelievable in the Mags game as well, wasn't he? He was really unlucky. I know we got beat. I know we conceded a lot of goals. But the man was he was everywhere. He was the only one who was, putting a foot in. He was class.
I mean,
I think all the players in the Stoke game had stepped up and had a good game. I want him to prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I've said that he's been terrible. He's had a good game. He had a good couple of games at the start of the season, though. He had, and I said the same thing. He got injured.
Yeah.
Got injured, and he came back, and he was the same old.
David Arnie Young, they're going to make mistakes.
Well, yeah,
you're going to make mistakes.
So
build on it. That's what I want him to do. Build on that performance.
I've said this before. Right? Ekwa, right? The way he positions himself and the way he sits on the pitch, he always receives the ball. If you watch, he always receives the ball from defence, and then he always plays it forward. Right?
He's a good passer of the ball as well.
Exactly, right? So I just looked at his stats from last game. 100% dribble success.
Okay.
As in, he was never dispossessed, right? 100% long ball. I don't know what the stat. I don't know how long a long ball's got to be. I don't know whether it's 10 yards, 20. I don't know what it is, but 100% passing accuracy, right? When it comes to the long ball.
Lost, though, Andrew.
No, I'm not finished, right? 57 touches in the attacking half, right? That means he touches the ball more than anyone else. The only people who've got more touches than him is Jack Clark, and Trey Hume had 1 or 2 more touches than him. The man receives the ball all the time, and he's always looking to play. So of course he's going to lose the ball a little bit more than others. Of course you're going to notice it because the guy's got the ball fucking all the time.
He's in control of the game.
What did I
just
say? I said 2 minutes ago. That's all well and good, but it's no good if you're losing possession. Every 6 minutes. That's no good for me. Build on it. If he doesn't lose possession,
you lose possession
as well, then he's going to be a much better player. All of those stats that you've just chucked out, they're great. But imagine those stats with one.
Yeah, but like Alan says, the guy's 20-year-old or something, 21-year-old. and he's got like he has one of the most pivotal roles in the whole fucking team.
I like
there's
the
a
lad.
lot of pressure on
I
his.
like it.
There's a lot of pressure on his position.
Well, I think the window kind of helped us clarify that was the case as well, though, because if you look, his position was never really replaced by those three guys coming in.
Nah, Neil and Ekwa are going to continue to be the two players who are in there, picking up the ball, passing it forward, carrying the ball up the pitch, passing it forward. And the guy's he's an attacking threat as well. I don't want to dwell too much on Ekwa. We scored a fucking goal. Like you see him having a couple of shots every game. He's going to have a go. I mean, you know, it drops to him 35 yards out, and the crowd's out to fucking shoot. And
He will.
I'm fucking going to have a gun here. It's fucking gun in. It doesn't gun in. And that's frustrating. But he's just a kid, man. Fucking hell.
Well, then, so Jack Clark, when you say Jack Clark continuing to
Yeah, and I get on fucking Jack Clark's back as well.
So
Because that guy, all he knows is how to fucking shoot or run into dead ends.
with Jack Clark, though, it's frequency as well. So Jack Clark will do that 7-8 times a game, whereas Ekwa will do it once or twice. The long shot thing. Jack Clark will cut into the box and try and beat 5-6 defenders rather than do the pass. And in that Stoke game,
But if you watch when Barr scored his goal, which he deserved because he was fucking mint, Jack Clark actually made the right decision for once.
yeah, and
Got
that's
his fucking head up, passed the ball across the fucking face of the goal. I'm not going to say it was a tap in, but the guy had an easy fucking goal.
it was a clean line on goal. It was a powerful shot, but yeah, it was
exactly
the right decision.
choice, and that's what I want to see from Clark more. Like I'm tired. I love it when he cuts in just outside the box and curls one in the fucking top corner. I fucking love it. It's class. But it's so frustrating because they do that once, and then the next fucking 5 or 6 times he'll just run into a defender because he's trying to be the third man or the fourth man.
Yeah, but look what he's
man.
looking at. Look what he's looking at when he gets there. What's he looking at?
Yeah, there's no one.
Look what he's
I get it.
There's fucking no one there.
Right, and that
You can't expect him to fucking dribble through everyone. He gets his head up when he looks and he goes, where the fuck is everyone? You know what I mean, I've seen it a million times.
that nicely brings us on to Mundle leaving the Hibs then. Because I think him leaving in that window helps us a little bit, and I know that sounds
I'm not
really
too caught up
contradictory.
about it, to be honest, mate. I'm not too caught up about it. Like, go out, get some experience in the Scottish League. Yeah, he'll get kicked the shit up there, so may come back a bit harder.
But it's not only that though, but it's more that now we've been clamouring out for strikers and game time and all of that. With that extra man not being in the pot, these three that are here, I think, can develop a little bit. Yeah, there's more opportunity for them to actually just like prove themselves. They're not competing with three other people for one spot. It's 2 other people, and one of them's guaranteed to be in.
The weekend. I'm not gonna. I know Alan, said it right at the top. Like Stoke weren't great.
Yeah,
Stoke
weren't, mate.
weren't good. We're not good. But I think Burstow looked pretty good. Like he held the ball up pretty well, which is something we've struggled with all season.
He worked hard. He worked hard
really
the whole
hard,
game.
Yeah.
Got the rewards for it as well.
Mate, he fucking wound that header up like I've never seen anyone wind a header up before. Davies texted in the old chat like fucking Jesus. I don't know how he got his neck so
Neck
far
muscles.
back and then around
Neck
like
muscles.
that. Fucking Feathers would be proud of that, mate. The old neck muscles.
Yeah, let Jake talk. Yeah, we still.
That's all
Come
right.
on, Jake.
No,
Come on.
it's-
We want to Jake about the fact. Right. Silence, Jake. Go.
Jacob, are you alive? You alive? Good.
Yeah.
Biggest surprise of the
Fucking hell,
window.
these are still talking, man. I haven't
Here's
had a
what-
chance to talk at all.
Here's the one permanent send. So let him talk.
Biggest surprise of the window, Jacob. Go for it.
Probably Pritchard leaving. I remember last Saturday seeing on social media, Pritchard leaving, and I just thought we were shooting ourselves in the foot, getting rid of one of our best players. And then I was just thinking, do you know what? Write the season off. Write it off, because
I mean, I agree with what you're saying. That was my biggest surprise as well.
It's not a shock. I don't think it's a shock.
I don't know.
You can't
I
write the
don't
season off because we've got
I don't-
one player.
I don't think that is a shock one iota. Like I said, he'd gone in some. I didn't think he'd gone there, but it's not a shock. You know what I mean?
What makes you think that the season's done because Pritchard's no longer here?
I mean, don't get me wrong, we've got other good players, but it's just with Beale as well. I don't know.
Feel a bit deflated, mate.
I think it's a snowball effect, right? It's just this one thing and then this other thing. Tony Mowbray leaving, then
No other club fucks up like we do.
And the
I'm-
fucking Black
we're
Cats
entertaining.
situation.
We're entertaining. We've got plenty to talk about constantly. I mean, that's a win in itself. So
But we're 7th.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh
We're
yeah.
not fucking we're not Huddersfield. You know
Or
what I mean?
Rotherham, yeah.
We'd be fucking miles worse.
Yes.
Okay, we've had ups and downs, but we're not in a terrible place. You know what I mean?
No.
And I think the Beale was like just one thing after another, and it was like, I don't like Bale now. We're going to hate him because I hate what's going on with the club. So Bale's going to get it. And I think it was the wrong time for him to come in. And there's a load of that Pritchard leaving now. There's another factor. So people, I'm not saying looking for excuses to fucking hate on the club or just like the club off. They're frustrated with what's going on, and it's what I mean. There's no continuity. It's no smoothness. It's one thing after another. So the Pritch thing, for all,
Move on.
Yeah, we've got to move on. We've got to just say, right, let's park that. Let's fucking
Because
see
it's
what
happened
they do
before,
this
innit?
weekend.
Players, it's happened before, and players who we've loved have gone, like Asamoah Gyan, Defoe. It's happened to
Cooch, to be
if a player
fair.
goes, he goes.
Darren Ben.
Player goes, he goes.
Everybody loved
Darren
Darren Ben.
Ben.
Yeah.
That he did, mate.
After
Judas,
we saw
I mean-
Darren Ben, in that season, that was a write-off season. He was gone, and we were done for the rest of the season because we had no backup. But I can't say that about Pritchard. We're still going to be there and thereabouts, I would think. Even without-
That's a really good point.
For the Leeds player, though, my dad was talking to a friend who's a Leeds fan, and he said, "Oh, he's a pretty good player." So,
Oh, well,
out of the
Well, let's hope.
that's good to hear.
yeah. Well, with the other one, who's the one from Tottenham?
Mundle.
Mundle. Well, he came to
Mundle,
the
yeah.
Spurs Academy, didn't he? But he came from Standard Liege, I think we got him from.
Yeah.
I think he was only there for 6 months, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I think he went from Spurs to Belgium, and then he obviously hasn't settled. He's wanting to come back.
So
Have we bought him or is he loan?
he's a purchase.
Bought.
He's a
Bought,
purchase,
mate.
isn't
I've got a quick question on that because he's our second Spurs. Well, it's actually he's our third Spurs ex-Spurs player. How do you think he'll get on with the likes of Clark? Because obviously they would have been in the academy at the same time
Keziah
together.
Sterling as well. There was a player we had called Keziah Sterling who was at Spurs, and we got him in.
I do remember
18,
him.
season.
Isn't Huggins
Yeah.
from Spurs as well?
No, he's from Leeds.
Leeds. There's two players from Spurs.
Sirkin's Tottenham, innit?
Durkin.
Yeah, that's right.
Second.
Give him Spurs.
So do you think that'll have because obviously it's not like you're starting afresh with him. He's got a couple of mates in the club.
So, mate, I hope he settles in quite quickly. Like I say, I think he was only over in Belgium for 6 months. So obviously, I mean, he signed a permanent deal over there, so he's obviously gone there looking to stay for a little while. He's come back 6 months later, or not even that, 5 months later.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd like to think he would settle in quite quickly here. He obviously had a problem over there. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's a language. I don't know. But
Maybe it's homesick.
I
Maybe
like
he's just
to think
homesick,
he'll
that kind of thing.
settle
Yeah.
I know my issue with him is like he's a winger, right? Okay,
Mhm.
so we got options on the wing, you know. Like, I don't know whether he's not going to slot straight into the squad, is he?
Is he left or
My
right
main
wing?
issue- I
Well,
don't know
he's
whether-
probably the only one.
Yeah,
He's probably the
both
only
of
one
them.
who's match fit.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, maybe. My issue with him, he's fucking 5'6". Like he's gonna get kicked to shit unless he's fucking Messi.
Diminutive,
right?
mate. Diminutive.
Unless he's fucking unless he turns out he's the new Messi.
Low centre of gravity.
He's gonna find the championship
David Silva was also small.
tough.
Uh,
Yeah, but David
reversing up,
Silva
mate,
played,
Tommy Park.
David Silva played in a position where you don't have to like constantly
Mm.
battle the fullback. Like the guy he's gonna get, if he plays, he's gonna get.
We
kicked
don't
to
know.
shit, mate.
We don't
I
know.
hope I'm wrong, but like, if you've got a 5'6" winger running at you, I don't think you're not backing off, are you? You're probably just gonna get straight through him.
Maybe he'll have a growing spurt.
Maybe you will.
I mean, he's
that's
still
my only issue.
just the tail end of his teenage.
Yeah.
6'5".
Yeah, he's 6'6", and I'm like, fucking hell, the guy's a giant.
How old is he? 20.
Shout out.
Yeah,
6'6".
he's still growing, mate. He's still growing.
Yeah.
Right, we've got Paul to ask the same question, by the way. What's the biggest surprise of the transfer window for you, Paul? Also, welcome Jim, Dean, and Pennywell into the chat.
Biggest surprise for me is actually Pritchard. Because
That's four
after
for
the
four now.
Stoke game,
Mate,
I-
nobody saw
this-
it coming.
after the Stoke game, I actually spoke to Nick Barnes' fiance,
Okay. BBC plug there.
Is she right? First
The
question:
Mrs. Barnes.
Is she fit?
Well, I spoke to Nick as well. I said to Nick, what was the situation behind
Well
Pritchard?
reflected.
Because I said to Nick, actually, what was the situation actually behind Pritchard leaving? And Nick said that Pritchard actually wanted to leave in the summer. That's why he didn't play a game under Tony Mowbray. Because he told the club he wanted to go.
See, I mean, that does kind of ring true to me, mate. But also, as soon as Bill came in, he had an illness and wasn't fit for 4 games. So, like, I think we've discussed it 4 times in a bit. But like,
just
Polisicki.
finish these. Maybe finish these. Come on, a couple of games.
Prove that you're still match
That's
fit.
what Mowbray could do.
Yeah.
And then Beale's come in and he went, "I'm fucking doing it for him. No chance."
Well, I kind of get low. And I saw a comment today from Christian Speakman. Why did the club actually keep approaching Manchester United about Diallo when we found out he wasn't available?
I said it a month ago. Like, he's not like Man United were never going to loan him out of the Championship. Like,
Again.
never. Like, he's already proved it in the Championship. If they were going to loan him out, he'd go abroad or he'd go to the Premier League. Like, he wasn't going back to the Championship. It was a pipe dream.
Pipe dream for fucking shirt sales and to get the fans on board. I don't think it was a reality. I think they were just saying, "Yeah, we're in for Ahmad," and the fans were like, "Oh, look, we're in for Ahmad." And we were like, I knew.
They'll put like a cursory, always Ahmad available, sort of like little feeler out, so they can report back to the fans that we're having a look into him.
Mm-hmm.
It was never going to happen.
It's all very political the way they do statements and that. Like, if you know, it's like Beale come out, he'll focus purely on.
Sorry, Al. Cabby's got his pizza. What sort of pizza is it, Cabby? Look at that! It's all
liver and onion pizza.
Yes,
Oh,
pizza.
mate. Just go to a doctor.
And the pizza emojis in the chat.
I'm gonna spam the pizza emojis. Pizza.
Well, what was I saying before Cabby whipped out the liver and onion pizza special? Like, if you look at the way we do press conferences, Bill comes out, talks about how the players are feeling, pizzas.
Mm-hmm.
And then Speakman comes out and purely talks about, transfers. So, it's all very political and structured the way we do, but it's just not like, a manager coming out or a coach, if you like, coming out and talking about everything. You can see Speakman, Bill is towing the line totally. You know what I mean? Where Mowbray. Did you ever see Speakman come out before Mowbray? Or after Mowbray?
No. It's like usually like days apart, isn't it?
Exactly. So this is, the way we're starting to sort of like to the fans is a lot different. You know what I mean? And it's all very structured and political, and it's just.
Guys, because I was in the kitchen doing getting the food sorted. Have you changed any subjects around?
No, not yet.
I forgot what we were saying because
We
you
were
got
still
pizza
making
out.
our way through the shock.
It's all right.
Everyone's shocked about Pritchard.
Can I say my biggest surprise of the transfer window now? Then
Here's with it.
that we've actually spent 3.5 million. We've actually spent cash. I know it's only on 2 players, but that for me is a sign of intent.
Did you deduct the 100k that we got for Alex Pritchard?
I didn't, so it's 3.4 million.
Oh man, you forgot about that 100k.
3.49 million.
It's 3.5 million minus a bag of crisps.
Well, apparently I read some of that money we got for Pritchard went to Mundle.
Went on what? Sorry?
It actually went to buy Mundle.
Of course it did.
In a fucking Sports Direct bag. Yeah, in a Sports Direct bag. Plastic bands around it.
I mean, it must be easy to convince to come across if that's what's swayed him to come.
Here's your money, we'll put you a flat in Ford Estate.
So.
No, wrong with Ford Estate.
You live in Pallion.
Yes, Natalie.
Pallion.
Pallion Fearing.
Ford Estate.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
Ford Estate as well.
It shows.
General Havelock Road, Ford Estate. I was there.
Yeah, man.
From Ford Estate, from Pallion. I'm Noseworthy.
Down by the rivers of Pallion.
Yeah.
Italian.
What
a chant that was, by the way. Like, that is top tier chant, that.
My favourite.
Yeah. Do you not think that's a good sign though? I know I'm trying to like move away from the chance, but
ran last week, Smithy, about not spending anything. Then I think
that for me is a massive surprise. Yeah,
man. He
Again,
he watched the podcast.
We're on the radar. We're on the radar. We're listening in. Right, Smithy. Right.
Seeing him get up company's house and like showed him the little graph, and he was like, "Right, I'm going to make that graph go up or down, whichever way."
I'm gonna throw money at it.
I'm going to change that fucking graph.
The thing is with the spending money, it is basically us just putting a fiver on fucking number 5 to win odds on even, or fucking Tiger Woods to win the next PGA. It's a gamble, but it's I think a gamble that we 100% needed. We've been without a big spend in any transfer window for the last 2 years, and we've come up in that time. So it's like,
would you count this as a big spend though?
It's a bigger spend than we've had. Biggest spend
that we've had. That's the critical bit, isn't it?
It doesn't
classify it as big.
It doesn't compete with the other teams in the top half of the table, but it does beat the likes of Rotherham, the bottom half of the table, the Cardiffs, the even the Watfords, to be fair. But it's just, I don't know. It's a sign of intent that we are at least keeping our playoff push alive with that spend. That's it.
It's a fucking talking gesture.
Yeah. But I'm happy with it being. I'm happy with the gesture still being there. I wouldn't say like ecstatic about it, but I'm happy that they're actually trying to change it up.
Mate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather we spent £3.5 million on Romaine Mundle, Fuhr Hjelde, and Callum Styles, loan potential for permanent, or put that money towards getting a striker in on loan, for example, or getting a striker in full stop?
Yeah, but it's the who's available on the market.
There's only one position we fucking need.
No, but who's available? We're banging on about.
Kiefer fucking Moore, you talked about
right?
However many
yeah,
weeks.
Who else?
That's a loan either. It's not ours then.
County that you're on about as well.
Langstaff. Who else? That's 2.
Speakman said we were looking at potential 4 to 3 strikers on deadline day.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's like, yeah, we're looking at, but it's availability and clubs saying, yeah, we'll let him go.
I don't think. Right, I don't think we needed a winger. I don't think we needed a fucking left back, and I don't think we needed a utility player.
Well, it's what was available, mate. You know what I mean? I think they looked at it and thought, yeah, he's a decent player.
2 positions that we needed to fill. One was a fucking striker, and then we needed that for a long time. And 2 was a CDM. You're right.
Yeah. We know this. We know this.
We haven't done any of that. Like,
no,
I appreciate us getting players in. I get it. I'm happy that they're fucking spending money. Right? Don't get me wrong.
But that's why I'm saying it's a token gesture. There's no intent now. We need a CDM. We need a striker. They're just like, man, he's half decent. Let's get him. Well, there's already someone in his position. Bar maybe Styles, or well, you know, I know Helde's there to cover left back, but you know, there's no. It's just all of it.
If it feels tokenistic, there's a bigger issue there.
Off the cuff, you know what I mean? It's saying that they've been planning for fucking months. I doubt it, mate. I fucking doubt it.
No, I think most of these conversations have happened over the last week and a half. None of these players were in our radar long term.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what they come out with. Speaking comes in. Yeah, we've got to plan. We sit down and plan. This is our targets. Bullshit, mate. All they
do is open up Football Manager and go, this person's likely to move.
Yeah.
But Jim's brought up a really good point about the spend though in this window. Sunderland are in the top 5 of the Championship spend, which is. The rest of the Championship is spending nothing. Yeah.
But who spent the most? Yeah. That's a good question. Who spent the most?
Ipswich.
Right. All of that
they're
aside,
obviously going for it.
Right?
The teams that are pushing.
We're in the top 5, but if you look across, even in the Premier League,
there's
been no big moves.
Right at the top of the poly by this chat.
There's been no big moves, and nothing's.
Why has there been no big moves?
FFP.
Status quo, isn't it?
FFP sticking its head round the corner. Going, nope.
I think it's not a bad thing though, because all the clubs that don't need to spend stupid money now are not spending stupid money. The teams that are looking to solidify their position in their current league or try to push out of relegation zones, or try to push on for promotion. So the bottom 3 in the Premier League will spend, the top 7 in the Championship will spend, everybody in the middle won't, and everybody trying to survive will spend as well. It just solidifies where leagues should be juggling around and moving players around. That's naturally why you'd think would happen. Like, who the fuck? if you put it in layman's terms, like if you look at Swansea City, why would they need to spend a penny? They're safe. Nothing's really going to happen. Look at Birmingham City. They've spent £100,000 on Alex Pritchard. They're safe. They're not going to move outside the Championship this season. It's just about keeping their status.
I mean, under fucking Rooney, they look absolutely dreadful.
It is January. Yeah, you're right.
All right, predictions.
Are we already moving on?
Are we skipping?
It's 5 to 10.
Is
Are we
it?
skipping Stoke? I thought we were gonna have a big old chat about your Jackie White.
All right, I'll quickly talk about my Stoke trip. So I went by myself.
Okay.
Sad as fuck. No one to go with, no mates. Got dropped off at the Ivy House. Had a pint of Club Tropic and Davy. It was very nice. Then I walked through the bridges, surveying
The bridges.
you know,
Did you go to
the
any
lovely
shops?
town centre. I went to Greg's, got myself
Oh,
a
yeah.
pepperoni slice,
Did you sit down?
latte.
Pepperoni's-
No,
the one you got to pay extra to go to the one in the
Next.
bridges, you know.
do you? Oh well, I was
Just put a
so
little-
excited about being in there, I just paid for it anyway.
Yeah, it was just
Uh,
like £3 for a pizza slice. Yeah, go on.
Drank me latte, walked across the bridge. Atmosphere was good. Went to stadium, got a grand in your hand ticket. Didn't win.
Did you win? Oh,
Nah, therefore. And that's when I got in the stadium, and that's when the Pritchard obviously came out. It was about 5 to 2 because I got in quite early, and everyone was more, obviously going, "Oh, he's gone." But I was like, "Oh well, never mind." I mean, I tell you what though, if we'd have lost, it would have been fucking hell on.
Oh, I'd
There would have
imagine.
been hell on. There would have been hell on. And
but
to
the
be fair,
crowd
to
was
score for
waiting.
the first, for the first 20 minutes, I was like, "Fucking hell, they're going to score these cunts." Then, we turned it around, and we won 3-1. Walked back over the bridge, went to the Ivy House, had 2 more pints, and still chocolate by myself.
Are you an alcoholic there, mate?
Yeah, and then my sister took me home. So yeah, it was a great
Shout out,
day.
Angela.
Yeah, great day.
I've got a question, Alan.
Yeah.
Did you pay for your Grand Leon ticket, or did you get it free? Like, can you remember when we went and that last just give us it for free because the car machine?
No,
wasn't
I had cash. Because I remembered last night.
Wow,
It's a
man,
trick
still
there, mate.
carrying cash.
You just
Yeah,
you just gotta-
£2.
You just gotta go. Hey, I've got a car, but your card,
Yeah.
car machine not working. Oh well, I'm gonna take the ticket anyway.
I want Andrew to tell his granny's own story quickly.
Go on then.
Oh mate, I was building this up for like a future pod. Right,
Nah, go on out.
Right, Grand Your Hand ticket. We were playing Spurs at home. We got beat 1-0, but I bought a Grand Your Hand ticket. I was there with Crouchy. He says, right, we're going to buy a Grand Your Hand ticket. It was fucking £1 or maybe £2, I can't remember. Right, we're going to get halfies. We're going to get halfies on the Grand Your Hand ticket.
50p each.
Then 50p each, right? We stood in the behind fucking the Skybeck clan.
Oh god.
Bad game, mate. We got beat. But
Yeah.
fucking won the Grand Your Hand, didn't I?
Yeah.
I was fucking buzzing. I was like, yes. Crouchy, when we got beat, so obviously upset about that. But me and Crouchy were fucking excited. We're like, yeah. If you got this ticket, come down at the So we were fucking running down. We're like, yeah, it's gonna be £1,000 richer. Get there. Who's there? Ready to present me?
Smiling. Smiling like creepily.
Ready to be like, right, well done. You've won the Grand Yan. I want to shake your hand. None other than the one and only Adam Johnson was there, ready.
Do you know I've not mentioned him?
photo.
I've not mentioned him on my channel for 3 years, and there he
Well,
is.
now
There
you
he
have,
is.
mate, 'cause
There
you
you
said,
are.
well done. You won the Grand in your hand. Shook mine and Crouchy's hand. We've got a great photo of me and Crouchy somewhere.
Oh, delete that thing. Delete that.
Well, I'll have to find it. I'll make it me little Doofus on here. Me, Crouchy, and Adam Johnson when the day I won the Grand Yan.
I'll look forward to it. Just
Yeah, man.
don't post it on Twitter or anything like that. Fucking hell.
I think it was my profile picture for a while. Like,
This was before the accusations. So,
It weren't accusations, mate. It was proven.
I think it was during the time.
Oh,
there you go.
Right.
By association.
Right. I want to swiftly move on to the Borough game now. Should we go through predictions?
Right. Who's going? Smithy, do you want to go first, mate?
I'm going to do what Cabby normally does on these predictions, and I'm actually going to say Borough might beat us 2-1.
Oh.
I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it at all. The Stoke game, I think, obviously Stoke with that shit, I think it paints over a couple of the cracks. If Beale manages to beat Borough and then he wins the next game, he's starting to win me over, but he needs to do those 3 wins on the bounce before I'm comfortable. Like, if I can even consider he's the right man for the job longer term. I had the same issue with Alex Neil, but he won pretty quick and he had that 19-game unbeaten streak, so he's got to do something similar to what Alex Neil did to get us out of League One for me to be won over by him. Oh, thank you.
No worries, mate. I thought I'd give you the floor before I start talking and then not shit for the next 20 minutes.
Go for it. We'll do the same again. We'll go that way.
So, am I going first?
Yeah.
Is that me? Right,
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, they're not far behind us in the table. I think they're only 3 points behind us, so it's a pretty critical game. Like, this is the sort of game you want to win if you want to end up playoffs in and around the playoffs. They're obviously they got smashed in the cup. Like they got a bit excited when they beat Chelsea 1-0, and obviously went away to Stamford Bridge. Didn't go so well to them. So I'm hoping maybe there's a bit of a cup hangover for them. I mean, to get humbled 6-1. I mean, you're gonna take a bit of a hit, like, to your confidence. So maybe I'm hoping that that's the case. They've got a bit of indifferent form in the league as well. Like, it's sort of good 1 week, bad the next. So
yeah,
I don't know. I feel...
Sold one of their best players as well to Aston Villa.
Oh yeah, well, there you go. So good news all around for us, I think. I fancy us. Like, I haven't said it for a while, but I'm going to go 2-1. I think both teams will score. I hope we score more than them. I think it's going to be 2-1, and I'm going to say Burstow's going to score again.
That'll be absolutely class. I'd love to see more of our strikers just getting the ball delivered to them. So yes, please.
Yeah, I think, like I say, I was impressed with what he did against Stoke, and I think if he does the same again, and we continue to give him a bit of good delivery in the box, I think he can thrive on that. So I'm gonna, like I say, I think 2-1. I think Burstow's gonna score.
Yeah. Before we move on to Cabby's one as well, mate, I think that'll be class. There was a game whilst we were live. Leeds United beat Bristol City 1-0 to climb back into second place. So that is the early game of the weekend, done and dusted. Don't know if that impacts any of your predictions, but I thought I'd like to let you all know.
I didn't even know where Bristol are in the league.
They are 13th. They are just below Borough.
Right in the zone where no one gives a fuck.
Exactly.
Nowhere near the top and nowhere near the bottom.
Yeah, 3 wins in a row and they could be above us though, so you never know. Cabby, whilst you're scranning on your pizza, what's your prediction for the Borough game?
Pizza.
Yeah, sorry for being rude. Eating my pizza. I'm starving.
Fair enough.
Oh my God! So we never ever do well down there, do I? I believe the last time we won down there was 2011 in a cup game. Excuse me. It's just not good hunting ground for us at all, is it? And I think it will continue. So I'm going to go with Middlesbrough 4, Sunderland 0.
A repeat.
Fuck.
Heavy salad.
It wasn't too bad. Right, I don't think we're going to do very well, and then just dropped off a cliff 4-0.
4-0.
It's just absolute, just fucking.
Is it going to be 4-0 to Borough Gooch hat-trick? Is it going
to... Gooch hat-trick?
Gooch hat-trick?
Mick Beale scores all of them.
Okay. Of course, I hope I'm wrong, but...
Mate,
I think the only...
We're going to concede 4 goals. I'd be surprised if we could see 4 goals. Like,
we've just got to keep an eye out for Rodgers. I think if we can hold it on him getting creative in the game, we should be absolutely fine. He's their version of Jack Clark. He's scoring loads and assisting loads.
Who's that, mate?
Morgan Rodgers. They sold him. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Is it Azaz or something? He's all right.
Yeah, Rodgers went to Aston Villa.
Oh, there you go. We're absolutely safe. We can contain him if he's not on the pitch.
I think we're all right.
Azaz is the next best player. We can fucking make sure we got him because he scored a canny few this season already, hasn't he? So we got to keep an eye on him.
Azaz,
mate. Yeah.
Azaz,
something like that.
Azaz.
Don't know.
What's it called?
Azaz?
Finn Azaz. Finn Isaac Azaz, born September 7th, 2000. He's a professional football player who plays for Borough. Finn Azaz.
Oh, I want
Okay.
stats. Goals. Games.
I'll tell you in a sec.
Height.
I haven't got his. He's 5'6".
Of course he is. He's just
7 goals and 5 assists this season
at Plymouth. At Plymouth.
at Plymouth.
Yeah. Yeah, played for
But
Plymouth. Cheers, Jim. Cheers.
He
Also,
looks all right.
Pennywell pundit, by the way, on the Pennywell pundit on the grand in the hand thing. Just put
Oh yeah.
kids for quids with that man.
Oh damn.
that's pretty good. I like it. On that note, Davey, what's your prediction for the game outside of Finn Azaz?
It is fantastic. No, I think it will be a tight game, 100%. Cabby's right. We don't really have a good record down there, but we are coming off a good win. I'm not going to go with 2-1 because I think everyone said 2-1. I think it'll be a draw. I would hope that would score a couple, so that I'm going to go 2-2. Ekwa goal.
Of course. I mean, yeah, okay. I'm going to move on from the Ekwa thing. Paul, what are you saying predictions wise?
I'll take a 1-1.
A 1-1 draw. Who's scoring in that?
1-1 win, mate.
1-1 win.
No. I'm trying to think. You normally emphasise who scores and stuff, but yeah, 1-1, 3 points. Yeah.
Well, to score for them, I'm going to say former Sunderland player Paddy McNair.
Does he? I don't know enough about Borough. I had no chance.
I know he's still there, isn't he? But I don't know whether he starts. Does he start?
His Ledbetter is still there.
He didn't play well when we played him earlier on. McNair.
And to score for us, I'm sorry, Ant, but I'm going to say Abdullah Bar.
I mean, I'm okay. I'm okay with Abdullah Bar scoring. The reason that he's saying that, by the way, at the start of the season, I said if Abdullah Bar scores 5 or more goals, I'd wear a mag shirt. So I was that confident he was that shit.
How many has he got?
3.
Oh God, I hope he scores 10.
If he scores,
mate, if he gets the hat trick on the weekend, you're gonna wear mag's top next potty.
I have to. Yeah, I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of my word.
Well,
Abdullah.
While you do that, I'm gonna have a look at what the odds are for Abdullah Bar hat trick.
I dare say it. I might be safe.
72 for Sunderland to win.
I'll share the post with you if you want in a bit. It's yeah. It was just, do you know when we were playing in North America? It was just so tragic. Mia looked better than him. He was... All right. Have we had anybody say Sunderland win yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've had 1 win, 2, 3 losses, and a draw. Alan, what are you saying, mate?
I'm probably not confident. Sort of can't be. I think probably 2-0 to Borough. I just don't think it's a different kettle of fish to Stoke. I think they're a better team. I know they've got a few injuries, but I was talking to me, it was a Borough fan, and they're really confident. And like Carrie said, it's not really been a great hunting ground down there. We never perform well against them. I don't know. Maybe he's able to get the message across that I know we say it's not a derby. It is a derby. It's not a rivalry. It's a derby, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we'll get that point across when we see a performance. But I'm not confident. So I got 2-0 loss.
I mean, yeah, I'm kind of on the same ilk as that. Jacob, what you say, mate? So we can get the synopsis of where we're feeling.
40-1 for the hat trick, by the way. Just get in there. If anyone's got a spare.
4 and a 5, you get a good little 200 quid on.
50 pence in it. Come on.
20 quid. Nah.
I'm gonna go with a 1-1 draw.
I can't believe I'm the only one predicting a win. Fuck.
That's just how we're at in the minute.
Not in good form, and we off the bat of a good win. I just kind of
So
yeah, come on, Andrew. Look. Stoke were terrible. I don't think Borough are as bad as them. I'd be very, very surprised if they turn up a game like that.
They're very on par with us though as well. We've won
Lost
13.
12,
They've
drawn 4, won 12.
the only difference is we've played one more game and won that game. That's the only difference between these two teams at the minute. And like I said, Beale needs to convince us a lot more that he knows what he's doing. If he picks up something here, it's going to be class. I think the main thing from the last time we played them was the referee fucking sending off Dan Neil for saying that's not a fucking foul.
That was a
Fucking disgraceful red card. But you can't hang your hand on sending off. We weren't great.
We weren't,
you know what I mean?
but it was balanced. It was 0-0 at that stage.
It was balanced, but we weren't.
And then we got dicked to the setting off. We got dicked in the setting off, but it could have been a completely different game. So
I just think they're a better team. They're a better team than
They're a better team than
them
Stoke.
credit
Like, I
In
don't know, I
fairness to
think-
Dan Neil, it wasn't a fucking foul.
Right. It wasn't. Oh, there you go.
yeah, as long as the game's not ruined, or if it is ruined in our favour, that'll be fine by me. But
Yeah, man. If they want to send whoever the ref is, they want to send one of them off for saying "fuck" or whatever it is that Dan Neil got sent off for.
What's the odds of Daniel getting sent off again? That'd be a hat trick of Reds against Borough. But yeah, that's good odds.
Good start. Good start.
he sees it as a rivalry,
Hat trick of
doesn't he?
Reds.
One moment. Red card.
I believe Darren England's the referee for this one.
Oh,
What's he like?
Sounds like a racist.
What?
Sorry, Darren England.
What?
I'm sure you know.
I can't get specifically Dan Neil, but Sunderland to have a red card is 5-1.
What about
Worth it
specifically
outside,
Dan Neil?
It goes up to 1-1.
Odds shorten.
Found out who he supports, Darren England, is a Chelsea fan.
That makes sense. He looks the type. Okay, fair enough. Right, I'm going to call it there. Does anybody want to call it anything else on top before we go and then watch the game on Sunday?
Did anybody see the press conference today?
Ooh.
Speak one. Apparently, I don't know if it was halfway through or quarter through,
The power cut out.
started asking him about a money issue or how much money or why didn't you spend on so and so, and as if by magic, stream ended.
Oh, yeah, that's
Power
a
cut
bit
out. Yeah, I mean they spent 3.5 million, didn't they? So
suspicious.
Do you think KLD's on the other side of the camera pressing the button off?
he's got to walk.
Goodbye.
Speakman gave him like the signal. It was like a double wink or something.
Like that. He's like this. He's like, oh fuck.
Get out.
And
Right.
the same happened with Michael Beale as well. I mean,
Get the Ethernet cable out, mate. Stream off.
it just cut back when it came back on. It was just Michael
was
Beale.
gone.
Usually Michael Beale you sit with the director or something.
He
don't
just
you?
appeared.
Yeah, all of a sudden it was him on his own, and then you would think at the end of the
Did he
the
acknowledge
conference-
that the fact that Speakman wasn't there anymore? Did he just
Was it
carry
like-
on as if?
Was it like
As
this?
if he'd never been there.
Was it like a shit? Like a shit magician?
yeah, at the end of the press conference, you usually say, and that's it now, no more questions, and that's it. Thanks very much, and we'll see you later. It just ended abruptly again. Like there was a journalist asked him a question, and then it just went cut off yet again straight away, and it was like it's just weird.
Mate, that's just
Politics,
the shit
politics,
show
mate.
of,
It's the way they do business, mate.
It's the shit show of our club, mate, innit?
Yeah. No, but it's 2 weeks in a
Bring
row.
more conspiracy theories next week.
I
feel
mean,
like we should
oh,
We're
mate.
gonna have a segment on the conspiracy theories.
Mate,
of what's
Well,
going
me
on
and
at
Ant
Sunderland.
had a conversation with this chap, didn't we?
Oh yes,
Earlier
that
on-
was funny.
earlier on, this week, and it was about an hour and a half as well.
And then
what was
some.
it like?
Let's just say Argentina got involved.
What?
Las Malvinas. Las Malvinas.
The tax evasion of his mother, and yeah, it was very far fetched, but also kind of made sense. So there's conspiracies happening with our club as well. So
What
ooh,
can I just say before we go? We haven't mentioned Jackie White's market.
kind of one.
Okay.
We said
Yeah.
that you walked past
And
it.
I did. But
Oh,
did I say I walked past it? I don't think I did.
Yeah, so that's only two. Only two Jackie Whites. Well, three now.
Oh, man, all right.
All right.
I thought we were gonna have a
Very
decent sponsor for this.
Oh,
this
get
one.
it in there.
We'll pick a sponsor for next week's one, and then go from there. What
A good one. The Blandford.
No.
Fucking hell.
Cooper Rose, mate. Cooper Rose, come on.
The Fort.
The Queen Vic.
The Jacksons.
No, the most boring pub in Sunderland, the fucking Cliff.
The Cliff, mate. The Cliff.
Fucking hell, that is the worst pub I think I've ever been in.
I love the Cliff. Every time I go to the Cliff, I
Shite.
give a dart.
What about Pan Lane?
Shite. Where?
Pan Lane?
I've never been.
What's on Pan Lane?
You've never been down Pan Lane?
I've heard of it. Then.
Come on, talk us through it.
A very popular spot for dogging and people doing.
Right. Well, what you do in your own
Okay,
time.
Right.
mate, that's-
Goodbye.
See you later, lads.
See you later.